What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for April 27th, 2023. So, we have a very good week coming up if you have been saving up some Starry Gems, some probably more Contract Starry Gems, because, you know, the regular Starry Gems you want to use on the auction house, because we have a Soul Awakening Gala that has some extra rewards in this one. We have a Soul Awakening Session, and we have probably the best Soul Awakening contract that we have, giving you the most Contract Starry Gems possible that we've seen in a very long time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll have to see. There's even a bonus event that you might even get a Sublimation Chest. There's actually like 3 Sublimation Chests up for grabs this week, but for most people, I think one of them is going to be out of reach. It's really going to have to wait till later today when we get a little bit more information about the event. But let's talk about the news right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get going. Okay, new update. We got some Vesa action right here. We, of course, have 4 Imps Adventure dice and 100, man, I don't even know what those are called. I don't even think I looked it up. What are the currencies called during this week's event? We are getting 100 umbrella flowers this week. Interesting to say the least, but hey, yeah, make sure you're logging every day. You're going to need those dice for Imps Adventure, and you're definitely going to use these during this event. We have the Shelter Mission, which is going to be a pretty lackluster one, to be honest. Now, Annabelle, Arania, Shaho, Saya, they're all like tenants for heroes, but a lot of them aren't even like the best tenants, because what? We have Priest, Assassin, those all suck, and then we have Warrior, Carry, and Eos for the Light and Dark. Definitely don't go after those. Really, you're just going after the dice this week. You want to try to do as many dice as possible, but again, we'll have to see how the event breaks down a little bit later today with this Imps Adventure event, because it's going to involve using dice, and it's going to involve getting these campaign currencies and spending them. So right here we got this one right here. That's the kind of spot where, well, you can want to go for 200. And now that the Smash feature is in the game, the Smash seemed pretty reliable, at least for most players. I feel like most players got in the 200 to like 260 range pretty easily, whereas normally it's like in the 170 to 200 range. So again, we'll try out the Smash function one more time, see how it plays out. Hopefully it's really good. We have the Jungle of Fantasy store here. Once again, probably want to go after those Star Spawn cores. Those seem still to be the most coveted ones in this list. Spending your campaign event currency is going to be a good one to do this month or this week, because it does have a bonus event with it. We just don't know what the ratio of resources spent to points goes for the system we're going to show you. I guess you could go for like artifacts and flags still, but I think Star Spawn cores are just, they're the more premium ones. They're the harder ones to go after nowadays. They're probably the better one to go for. Now this is the interesting part here. We have the Soul Awakening Gala, and this time we have an additional tier down here. So this chest should be the normal 45,000 sublimation essence, but there's also a new tier down the bottom at 300 points. Now what that means is it's going to take even more awakenings to get there, and like I said, let me do a calculation real quick. We'll pull it up. So you average about 5.5 points per awakening, meaning if you want to get to the 300 point mark, divide that by 5.5, you're gonna need like 54 Soul Awakenings, 55 Soul Awakenings. So that's a lot of Soul Awakenings to get there. For a free-to-play to get there, I think that might be pretty difficult. But getting to the 150 isn't as bad. 150 divided by 5.5 is about 27. I feel like most of the time you get there a little bit faster than the average, but I just want to let you guys know. You want to save up these events to at least be able to get this 45,000 sublimation chest, and that takes about 27, 28 Soul Awakenings. This one down here is going to double it, but it is a 90,000 sublimation chest, so that's pretty sweet. There's also the Soul Awakening session coming out, and I feel like this is actually a better event. You'll notice they've added another tier. I think previously we only had these 4 tiers. We actually have a Wonder of Immortal now, which actually gives an SSS stone. This is the first time we have ever seen an SSS stone, but what that also means is to get to the top 50, to get that A-, you can get to the top 50 instead of the top 20. So that is interesting to say the least. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool for more people to be able to get it. Now 50 people get an A- or higher instead of 20. What that also means is if you do get up in the top 100, you're getting a B plus. And honestly, even if you're just getting 200 points, because remember, you need 200 points total to rank on this list, you'll be getting a B copy instead of a B minus, which means it's a higher chance of high rolling. That's not too bad. Yeah, so brand new tier here. I'm sure the whales are going to love it because, I mean, who doesn't want a near perfect SSS hero copy, especially like on a damage dealer? That would be pretty sweet right there. And I think this really makes it more worthwhile. I think only getting an SS for like the top spot was starting to lose its value. I think they had to make it for whales to chase after the SSS because, as you guys know, Soul Awakening is literally like the most power benefit you'll have on your account. As you saw yesterday on the free-to-play account, there's an account that had a 2 million attacks Star Swordsman Machman, and then people in the comments like, oh my god, that giant killer is amazing. It took me 6 million attack on my Star Swordsman Machman to do even close to the comparable amount of damage that that giant killer copy did. So it is important. If you are a newer whale or something like that, it does make it a lot easier going after that A- and probably makes it more cost effective. We'll have to see how much or how many people actually go for it though, because again, lower price tag means more people might try to chase it, which then might just jack the price up anyway. So we'll have to see. There is a special soul contract though this time. They're literally giving us both versions at the same time, the regular 4 factions and the light and dark. So that is really, really good because that now giving us what, 700 contract starry gems right there on every one of your servers. Again, you have to make a 6-star hero and basically sacrifice it to the soul contract event. Cannot use puppets though, which kind of sucks, but I wish they like change that because I feel like we have so many puppets nowadays. It would just be so much more useful, and that's gonna help you guys get to the 200 point mark, which is beyond this. And I think going for the 200 is worth it because it's now a solid B hero. We'll have to see. Hopefully this keeps expanding further and further down the road. We'll have to see. And then this is the event we're waiting on more information on, the Summer Melody. So you can get some resources for getting certain numbers of points. Looks like there's the Transcendence Hero 1, 2, and 3 chests, pretty much. Cool. And then at 600 points, you can get more Essence Sublimation. My guess is that's probably going to be out of reach for free-to-play players, honestly. But we'll have to see how that turns out. It's also got half of a core of origin in it, too, which is cool and all, but yeah, we'll have to see. There is a special adventure package that's going to give you 3 times the points. My guess is on this event, so spending on this pack could be very, very good. And then, of course, it's giving you double the rewards from Imps Adventure. I don't know if that's going to include the special campaign loot, too. I can't remember if it actually does work for that. But you're also getting some gems, some dice, and, of course, 200 Universal Crystal Shards. The rest of the dice are in the value packages. So pretty interesting Soul Awakening week. We're going to see a lot of copies on the auction house. And then later today, we'll talk about the Summer Melody a little bit more. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think about this week's events. I'll see you guys next time.